How do you guys set up your store's Instagram page? Now, I want to start off by saying this video is not exactly what content you're going to post or how to grow it. That's going to come in the Instagram module of this course. But you're going to want to set up not only your Instagram page, but as well as the Facebook page, which we're going to be covering in the next video inside of this module. That's super important. There's a couple main things you have to know when actually going and doing that, and you're going to want both of those set up. Yes, you are. There's not really a good way around it. You definitely are just going to need those pieces in place, and you're going to want to do that right off the bat so you don't have to worry about it. And you're going to see that as you start going through a lot of this content. So setting up your Instagram page, ideally, if you can, get the username that's exactly your store's name. So once you pick that store's name, get that on Instagram immediately, get the same thing on Facebook. Now, if for whatever reason that name is taken, which it can happen, do maybe _shop or .co or put an underscore or a period. Don't try and do anything too crazy, or maybe you could say the official and then your name, something like that. Make a variation of it. Don't have it be crazy, not a lot of symbols or letters, just your name. Try and keep it as clear and concise as possible. Now, when setting it up, there's nothing too crazy you have to do. I keep it very basic, just like a regular Instagram account, okay? So think about it like this. These are a couple of things you're gonna have to do right off the bat, and this is all you need to get going. So use your profile pic. I know we talked about making a logo, getting that design. However you did that, put the logo as the profile picture. Go through, write out a description. It should be a bullet point list. And to make, let me actually write this down for you guys here. Bullet point. You're gonna copy and paste from your notes. So if you have an Android, iPhone, whatever it is, go to your notes app and actually write out the description there in bullet points. Then you can copy paste it and put it in over on Instagram, and it's gonna leave it as a bullet point list. So you're gonna want just 2 or 3, I'd say probably 3 bullet points going through, just kind of explaining like short 1-sentence things, just saying, highest quality or rated the #1 phone case brand for luxury men, something along those lines where it just builds credibility and trust. And then you can say, you'll have a call to action for an offer, which we're going to talk about this more, the Instagram part. And then there's going to be, fingers or an emoji pointing down to the link that's in your bio. So something super simple you can go through, just set up a couple main points, whatever you want to write, talk about your brand, why it's unique, and make that in 1 sentence. So super simple, set up the description. That's very important. Now, as for the content, you're gonna want about 6 to 9, ideally 9 to 12 posts up on your page. And I'll tell you why. You land on someone's Instagram page. What do you see? If they don't have any posts, you just see white. And how many posts can you see? Go on your phone right now. Pull up Instagram and go to anybody's page. Go to my page. What do you see? You can see 9 posts. Each row has 3, and you can see 3 rows. So that's 9 total posts. And so what you're gonna wanna do, and the reason we put 9 posts up immediately, not necessarily, taking a few weeks to get that much content up, is because when someone lands on your Instagram page, you want them to feel like it's full. It's there, it's an existing brand. So even, a lot of people won't scroll down through your content, but if they see that, it looks like it's there, it exists, it's a legitimate brand. Now, as for the type of content you should post, this is huge. We are going to talk about this a lot more inside of the Instagram module, but you're going to want to post content that's not just your store's products, right? If you're selling necklaces, for an example, don't post a picture of your necklace and say, link in bio, hurry, sale for the next 24 hours. You don't want to post that. You don't ever want to post that. You're going to want to post content that's relative to the overall niche. So if you're doing fashion, you have a fashion store, inside of there you have a subcategory of jewelry with necklaces, you don't want to do your necklace product. You're going to want to do maybe a picture from a Paris fashion show or a famous model, stuff like that, where it's more content that anyone who's interested in that subject and that niche can follow. Your goal, and you're going to see this a lot more, I really don't want to keep referring to the Instagram module, but you're going to see that you're going to want to actually build your page as an influencer page, not your store's brand. So essentially you're building your brand into an influencer page. That way down the road, if you really decide to build out that brand, you're going to be able to pull that traffic from your page. That essentially means you don't always have to be paying for advertising. It's just going to be more free money, but that's the way to structure. That's the best way to get organic results right off the bat and start growing an organic following. Now, social proof. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, should I buy followers? Yeah, you can go to eBay and buy 10 to 15,000 followers for like 20 bucks. That's cool. You could do that. Would I recommend it? Not necessarily. Okay, as for specific growth, there's a few things I would do. First of all, the biggest thing you're going to want to focus on is the content. Putting the right content and using the right hashtags. You're going to want to put the hashtags in the top comment of the post. Not in the description of the post. That's going to look messy, look unprofessional. Once you make the post, write out the description and post it, put it in the top comment. Okay, that way it's out of sight and out of mind, but it's still bringing that traffic and doing the same thing. Now, there's a few things I do besides just these organic things and methods like that, like using the right hashtags, posting consistently. I try and do as much video content as I can, because once you start getting some traction and momentum, a video will start hitting the explore page for a couple of the hashtags you're using. And what that's gonna do is start picking up a lot of momentum. Video content can get a lot more viral traction, if that makes sense. That's the stuff that's really gonna hit the explore page. So you might normally get 30 to 50 likes on a post. You post a few videos and normally get a couple hundred views. Well, one's eventually gonna get a few thousand. And that's an exponential amount greater, and it just builds off from there. So that's why I try and find videos if I can. You can just take those off YouTube. You can take it and repost it from someone else's page. On that end of things, if they're a large other brand, I would recommend giving them credit. You're not gonna run into any issues when you're a small page. Nobody's gonna care, nobody's gonna call you out, but that's definitely something to think about just down the road. Now, the main tool and resource I use to actually grow and really hit the explore page with this, it's called Boomal. I'll leave a link to it in the description, just to their main website. That's what I use. It's simple. That's one tool. I know a lot of people use a lot of different stuff. I just let that run on my page and I just focus on the content. That's really all you should focus on. Get your Instagram page set up. It is important. Think about it like this though. This is something I do want to message, something I do want to mention. You don't have to. You do not have to tag your page in a shout out on Instagram. So the real reason that we're focused on building this credibility and getting the social proof and having an overall solid presence on Instagram is not necessarily because we're tagging ourselves in shout outs. It's because when you're running Instagram ads and Instagram story ads, they can see your name and it says sponsored under it. And a lot of people will click on your name to kind of see who you are and just immediately glance over your credibility. So it is important to have that set up. Go right now, create your Instagram account. It'll take you 5 minutes, set everything up, do the profile, the description. You don't have to really worry about posts right now, but definitely get a couple of things up if you already have ideas, or maybe you even already have content to post. That's great. Don't overthink that. It really shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. So once you do that, I would recommend doing that right now. Then jump on over to the next video where I'm gonna walk you through how to build your Facebook page.